Hi, my name is Alexandra Johnson, and I will be doing a speech on illegal immigrants in the United States. There has been exclusive debate regarding the rights of immigrants in the United States. When an immigrant is detained, particularly an illegal immigrant, he or she is often incarcerated for an extended period of time. The facilities in which these immigrants are detained are frequently kept unsuitable for humane housing. Yet many people believe that illegal immigrants should not have any rights when they have crossed the border illegally. But in my opinion, guilty or not, they are human and deserve to have some rights. The United States operates the world's largest detention center system for illegal immigrants. On any given day, there can be upwards of 30,000 people in detention. These detention centers consist of jails, juvenile detention centers, as well as field offices. Today, my speech is on illegal immigrants in the United States and how they should be given humane rights. I will also propose a solution on how I believe Americans can fix this problem. The average amount of time a person is held in detention is 34 days. Although 34 days is the average amount of time an immigrant is detained, 48% of people are held for 2 to 4 years, and 5% are held for 4 or more years. The immigrants are held in centers, but they are just like jails or juvenile centers and state field offices. The centers are run like jails or prisons, controlled by the federal government, outside private-owned companies, or even the state. Just like any type of detention center, the detainees are not able to move around freely. When the immigrants arrive at the detention center, they are stripped of all personal belongings, clothing, cell phone, jewelry. But to make it even worse, they even take your name. You become a number. This number is your only identification. You are a number. All immigrants are housed in a large room with other detainees. These conditions are less than ideal. This is a picture of kind of like what it is. Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States, took a tour through an all-male facility and described it as having a horrendous stench, as well as the cages were so crowded, about 400 men were in them, that it would be impossible for them all to lie down. This type of living is uncalled for and inhumane. There is no such thing as good hygiene in these places. Most of these detainees are not able to shower or wash up at all. One of the most upsetting things for me is the fact that kids have to deal with this. They have to survive in these conditions, and many times they are often separated from their families. These conditions can be emotionally disturbing as well as life-threatening. 7 children from the United States have died in these kind of camps in the last year. This was most likely a result of children being taken away from their parents or caretakers. Over 2,564 immigrant children were taken from their families and separated for an extended period of time. This is not something a child should have to go through or deal with in such a scary time. In solution to all this, I believe that children should be kept with their families and the immigrants should have more humane rights. Although I do not agree with immigrants being held like prisoners, I do agree that if someone has crossed the border illegally, that they should be sent back across the border. But while waiting to deport, there should be a system developed to allow immigrants to stay in their homes and continue to work instead of being cooped up in a cage. This system could be something as simple as a traffic violation. If an immigrant is found with improper documentation, a citation is issued. A trial date is set. At the trial date, it will be announced if they should go back home or not. This process would eliminate not only the inhumane justices as well as the living conditions at overcrowded detention centers, but also will keep the families together. In conclusion, there is no reason that an immigrant should live in jails or juvenile centers or even state facilities. If the government uses a simple system as a citation process, the problem of detained immigrants could be eliminated. People will be treated humane and families will not be separated. America is beautiful in the eyes of many and should remain beautiful. Let's continue to be the land of the free and home of the brave. Literally $1.